I've been in the security industry quite a long time, and there's just too many acronyms out there for me to understand them all. This latest one that I'm hearing about is CPP. I'll give you an idea how much I know about it. Nothing. So, let me turn this question over to you, Brad. What is CPP?
So Rick, CPP is a way to categorize different products of cameras. So it's common product platform. And basically the goal was to be able to categorize these products based on chipset so that we could put them in groups essentially. So you have anywhere from CPP3 now all the way up to CPP16. And what customers need to understand is the higher the number, the newer the chipset. So higher the number, newer the chipset, better capabilities, better features, enhancements, and stuff like that. So older CPP numbers or lower value are going to be the older, more legacy type products, and then moving up are going to be your newer product types.
Which leads me to another question. So if I'm a customer and I have a CP4 chipset in my camera, will that work with our VMS or somebody else's VMS?
Sure, yeah. Yep. So it doesn't only stick with the age. It's also what capabilities the cameras had. So CPP4s did encompass a group of fixed NPTZ cameras. 5 was purely encoders. CPP6 was primarily panoramics, and now have got matured into the 14 platform because they were updated with the chipsets. But so there was a little bit of that going on, but anywhere from CPP3 to the current CPP16 is still supported in BVMS, and as far as I know, still supported in most VMSs because they're still using the Bosch plugin or doing on-Viv or just pulling in an RTSP stream.
Yeah, and the other thing you got to remember too with the CPP is features and that, but you can also upgrade. But a CPP platform or camera can only be upgraded so far.
Got it.
So once you start getting into these features that we're talking about that are real high end, it's a good chance some of those really older cameras, again, they'll still work, they'll still record, they'll still have a beautiful image. But when you start getting into the analytics and functionality of those analytics specifically, it may only go so far. So that's where sometimes you need to upgrade a camera, not because the camera's failing or not doing its job, but you want some features and benefits built into it that the old camera didn't. So in cases like that, maybe we can repurpose that camera in another location where you're not going to run a specific analytic. So don't ever feel that you got to throw something away, because you can repurpose it somewhere else where maybe you don't need LPR, license plate recognition, or facial or something of that nature. So it is trying to engineer and design the system around the needs, but future-proofing at the same time, if there is such a thing.
Gotcha.
So the easy way, Rick, to think about something like this is going back to the higher the CPP number, the newer the chipset, the more better performance, the enhanced IVA, intelligent video analytics is another acronym for you. But the more capabilities you're going to have. And just so everybody's aware, CPP 14 and higher are the current product lines. So 7.3 was the predecessor to 14. Anything 7.3 and older is legacy. We're purely 14 and 16 currently. So just...
Let me ask you this. Does this CPC chipset have to comply with any standards like ONVIF or UL or?
They do. It's no different than what we've traditionally done.
Okay.
It's purely embedding a chip that gives you more data points, more capabilities. So what that does is it unlocks enhancements for analytics. So we can do a lot more there. We can add and build upon that because the processor can support more. It allows us to unlock more video streams. So we can do, legacy products, we maybe did 2 streams and a JPEG stream. Now we're able to do 4 streams. We can configure them independently, so you have a lot more options because you have more horsepower, right?
Yep.
So higher the CPP value, more horsepower, more feature sets, newer product lines.
Well, I appreciate you guys talking about this today and explaining what CPP is. At least I know what another acronym stands for now. So thanks for your time. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, Rick.
Welcome.